those things, actually good that you mentioned it. That's just something that I hated. You could have just put minimalist AC vents. Dynamic, ganun.
Old man yells at cloud.
I don't know. Hell, put like a joystick there or something. Like,
Are they? That didn't feel like the set.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Top Gear Philippines Magazine podcast. And today we have a very interesting discussion ahead of us. So, the big question for today is how much car is too much car? So, I came up with the question because I drove the Aito M9 a while back and I felt like it was too much car.
I mean, just
Any
list
thoughts?
out like 5 things that were a bit much.
Or overwhelming stuff.
Clearly, I'm not the perfect target market for it, but still, it's fun digitizing stuff. Like everything is like touchscreen or whatever. But when you have literally the steering wheel adjustment on the head unit, and then you press it there, and then you move the levers and the knobs on the steering wheel to adjust it, it's kind of too much. Even the side mirrors are done through there.
But that's like, who started that? Si Tesla, diba? Started that? The side mirror adjustment
Yeah,
of the wheel?
Yeah.
And then there's also the noise cancellation feature.
Although
I
that
mean,
one
the
does
noise-
sound quite cool.
It does.
Yeah.
There's a privacy function in the second row, so when you press it, the driver hears a muffled sound, so they don't hear the
that's a-
second row passengers. So,
That's a bit much.
Then I get second row screens for entertainment, and then there's a big ass projector screen sa likod. It's not a digital. It's not a display. It's an actual
Home theater.
yeah projector siya sa
See,
likod.
Dinzo didn't see it eh.
Yeah,
It's a 32-inch roll-down projection screen and a projector in the third row fires into it.
it's crazy.
It's quite cool.
It's crazy.
But it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I get all the massage functions, heating, ventilation. Those are enjoyable. Pero sometimes I feel like they put too much in that even the target market might feel like, nah, I don't need this.
No,
I
but
don't
like
need
you have to remember, Aito is just taking advantage of where the market went for the luxury market. Because
Yeah.
I remember the BMW 7 Series,
Back to BMW again, Carlo.
this one with the 30-inch screen,
Yeah.
and Amazon Alexa in the car. That was
I've seen that
yeah.
Yeah.
Which-
2 years ago.
Oh,
i7 in
The one you
Portugal.
drove?
We never got the spec here. But in BIMS, we played it was connected to YouTube, so we played the BIMS video in the car and left it
Top
on
Gear.
repeat. Kaya marami tayong views.
Most of our views came from Thailand that week.
I've seen that spec also. And that's the seat that almost slides
Yeah.
flat, diba? I drove it in Portugal. Tapos my companion in the car, he tried the screen. 200 kph. And he was just watching Amazon. Diba? I mean, the technology. I think pwede pa yun. That
Big
kind of,
screen.
kasi I've seen it in parang
May use case siya, no?
I don't know if 200 kph while watching Amazon is a use case, but
100 na lang.
parang pwede pa. Siguro 190 practical pa. 200 is too much.
No, but like I'm trying to like trace back also. When did this all start? This tech creep.
Sobrang dami. I remember there was a Clarkson article on Top Gear recently. Like,
He doesn't believe in modern cars.
Yeah, kasi they're all about tech. They're all about all these extra stuff inside the cabin. That you don't
Gimmicks. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Some of them are just gimmicks.
Yeah, like the rotating screen in the BYD. Sorry, not sorry. I don't like that. I mean,
What is the point of the rotating screen?
Some
Ako
people
din.
like
CarPlay vertically.
I don't like it. I thought if CarPlay was still active when you
I thought it was split screen.
you would see more of the road.
Yeah. No.
Akala ko, but it cuts off eh.
At least in
Yeah.
the Fords, diba, it's a vertical screen.
But it's
like
lower
a
down.
half siya eh.
And Subaru has that also.
Yeah, but there it doesn't work. I think it's okay for the built-in navigation, but let's be honest, who uses that outside China? The built-in navigation for the BYD.
The Germans apparently.
So, yeah,
Ako din. I admit when I first saw it, that's kind of cool. The old timer in me said, how much does it cost if that breaks?
That's a
Right?
logic.
that's a question I often hear from
Diba? Parang
Complexity,
if this breaks.
Does your dad use it? Your dad is a Sea Lion 6.
He doesn't use the first rotating screen. It doesn't
Yeah.
has no use, honestly.
It's
I was happy
impressive.
with
It's
the
impressive, but
the tank or the Sea Lion 5, tinanggal nila.
Yeah.
Like, thank God. Fewer moving parts, diba?
Because like, okay, let's all name what the bit over na tech that we saw, the oldest car that I remember. Because for me, I remember it was Mercedes yata with the scent diffuser. that was a bit much.
So this was
I
about
remember that.
2005,
Yeah.
2005. When I saw it, I was like, that's cool. And then after a while, I'm like,
What for?
Heather is laughing in the background. Like, I was a year old.
no, but that's the oldest. Well, that at first I thought when I was still working with Lexus, I thought the Lexus LS automatic parking in 2007 was a bit a gimmick. But now all the cars automatically park now. Diba?
And
Well,
it
the-
may use case siya. Automatic parking is for those people who are bold enough to trust technology over their own parking skills. And it's relatively
In
okay.
an
naman
LS?
diba?
LS? Long wheelbase LS? That's a little bit, we just don't know sometimes like the gimmicks. Like for me, one of those things that I don't get is everyone's changing the door handles to cars.
Ayan.
Yeah,
In your car.
In my car. It's a Lexus LBX. It looks like it has normal door handles, but it's actually a button inside. So the handle itself doesn't move. So it's electric. It opens electrically, which I don't get, honestly. Kind of wish just kept with the normal. Because a lot of the argument is you keep it smooth, aerodynamic, diba?
But the handle's still there.
The handle's still there. Later,
And I think baka aesthetic. Kasi, di ba?
the handle is there. I literally have a handle.
But I mean, if it pulls in and out, tapos
doesn't.
hila mo. Hindi, I mean, if it does, there's more chances of scratching it. Di ba?
But your fingernails will still.
Yeah.
Ah,
The
bagay.
scratches come from the fingernails. Eh.
You try it later. It's weird. Because it looks like there's a handle. But there's just no handle.
I rode in it once. Nalito din ako when I was
It's a
starting
little confusing to use. Like it's one of those things. Like, you have the handle there, and just let it.
So I should have just realized, for someone na hindi marunong doon, what if you come in, oy, sakay ka sa kotse, just pulls the handle.
It's solid, eh.
Yun
So
nga,
it
I
won't
mean-
actually like pop off.
Actually, if you think about it, more chances of breaking it. Di ba? Kasi pag hinila mo biglang ganun.
Kaya, so for me, it was the scent diffuser in the Benz. What's the weirdest
Kayo muna.
old tech that-
na you guys think was unnecessary or too much.
Ako top of mind ko the rotating screen because it's being promoted. I think
Yeah,
it's highlighted,
it is.
but
It is.
I don't see I don't see the point. Tapos I also had a fun experience with the Ranger in Thailand. I was with RD and everything is on the screen,
Yeah.
including the hill descent.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Differential lock.
the differential lock. So we didn't know if it was on. It wasn't. So it was hill destruct. Hindi, parang RD. That didn't feel like hill descent.
Yeah, oo nga.
So parang okay, but it's a good truck. But I also, how much is that? The Ford Ranger screen. Diba? It's nice eh.
It's
It's actually more practical, but magkano nga yan pag and does your insurance cover that?
My complaint about it is what if the screen at least temporarily malfunctions?
You're
How do you use the
can't.
controls?
You're screwed.
Yeah. And think about it, the modern Teslas, your drive park,
Your Prindle is on the screen.
your Prindle,
Your Prindle.
your park,
It was
your
the first car na tinest drive namin na we had to go through like a proper run through of what to do with the car. Because literally, shifting to drive was something you could not do kung hindi ka marunong.
There were
asan
buttons
yung-
up there though. There were buttons above in the Model 3 at least.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly. But yeah, your Prindle is like you swipe it.
yeah.
Like that.
Grabe talaga.
Your park, reverse, neutral.
So,
I mean,
you
the
know-
fact that you have to swipe on the screen to go into
So-
reverse is a bit.
Ang tanong, is it revolutionary or are they just cost cutting?
It seems like cost cutting because between right hand drive, left hand drive, you just have to
Diba?
change the program.
Actually,
Yeah.
But I actually think it's a little bit unfair. Because if, let's say, your BYD screen breaks, how much are they going to charge you for that? Diba?
Yeah.
But is it really that expensive? How much is an iPad? It
Ay.
can't be more than an iPad.
Depends on the screen, although
big screen, huh?
but the car brands, they don't use the high-res screens yet.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
different.
they
it's a
don't
different
use-
film, different.
No, but that's the thing also that annoys me a little bit about all these like tech features in cars. They're going to spend so much on gimmicks like that, but the lag is there in some of these
Yeah.
new cars. And you're spending so much on a car. Can't you have like iPad speed na lang, diba? And this isn't like limited to like China brands. Like Hyundai had for a while their screens were a bit laggy.
Yeah, and buggy.
Like when you switch from the red, diba? We saw a video of that. See, Charles took a video from the red to the blue, the Eco. There's like choppiness in it.
Diyan naglalaban, it's gonna, one of the next battlegrounds is software na.
Yeah.
Diba? Which OS will they choose? Which OEM will they get for their software?
Yeah. So I'm still kind of on the fence about that Apple CarPlay Ultra.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I like it.
I think it's more of a first world country thing where they have the actual cars that have integrated Apple CarPlay Ultra.
The only choice is Aston Martin
Aston Martin.
right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The
Wala
0.1%ers, yeah.
To which cars will it trickle down enough for us to feel it, diba? Anong
Probably
what
like
brands? What
10
cars?
years down the line.
No, but-
15.
But also remember that a lot of brands backed out because they want to gather data about you. Aston kept it in, and it kind of seems to work. Like all the videos from Top Gear UK was showing it. It's kind of cool that you can change your dashboard layout, your different screens, different colors, themes, everything, and it's all fast.
What I do like about it is that it integrates everything into Apple CarPlay. Like even AC controls, alam ko kasama dun eh. Like in-car settings, you
Yeah.
can navigate around CarPlay and you wouldn't need to switch screens. Yun naman yung nakakasar dun eh. Like if CarPlay is on one side and then you have to change your AC controls and for some reason the car doesn't have tactile buttons
Or you have to change the angle of the AC vent in the screen.
oh my god, yeah, that's
Yeah.
even worse. Like in the seal, I remember that's like that in the BYD seal, and the frustrating part was we drove the Tesla like a few weeks before I drove the seal. In the Tesla, it was quite easy to change which direction the AC vents are.
Easy, quote unquote.
But
it's still.
I mean, compared to the seal, I couldn't get the vents to hit me properly. It's so frustrating. Like, ang init-init because it had the
The glass roof, yeah.
glass roof and it had no tint because it's a test unit. Tapos you couldn't use the AC properly. Like those things, actually good that you mentioned it. That's just something that I hated. I could just put minimalist AC vents. Kaya namin ganun.
Old man yells at cloud.
I don't know. Hell, put like a joystick there or something. Like if you really want to hide the AC.
Are we just that old? Na we're
That old.
Pero no. We encountered that problem with the Explorer about 10 years ago. It was to activate the one of the back AC vents. The sub-menus were so deep. We wrote about it na
Multiple clicks to get to it.
oo and this was early days, well, relatively early days pa, not the current crop of touchscreen So I think my take is before the car makers put all these advances, parang fix the basics, diba? Think about your menus, right? It's a science Diba, with the way phones are intuitive.
And I wonder how they do it. Like, ano yung thought process? Do they put themselves in the shoes of the user and think, hey, this is fine?
Well, like, sorry to bring back BMW, no, but we talked to the UI designer, and he said that they used the data from about 10 million BMWs worldwide, everyone who consented, which we all just clicked consent apparently when we turned on the car for the first time. But they did all the data and they realized many things, like people don't use the iDrive knob, like 90% now or something.
But
I
I'm not
still
an
use
owner.
And then that people just prefer using the touchscreen, which, okay, fair, but hard.
But at least the touchscreen in the BMWs, it's actually easy to reach.
And it's curved and it's easy to
curved.
reach. Yeah.
Some of the bigger touchscreens, they're not curved. Like they're faced towards the back.
Very flat.
It's not ergonomic to use. At least don't. Although one of my complaints about that is that the BMW touchscreens, they're actually not super hard to navigate. What I hate about it is that some models do not allow wired CarPlay connection.
Yeah, mine.
Ayun. I remember you said one of the times it malfunctioned, you
Had to
pressed
restart.
and held power button
30 seconds.
and you thought you broke it already.
Yeah, because when for iDrive, if it disconnects the wireless CarPlay, you can't actually reconnect it. So you have to restart the iDrive, which involves holding down the power button 30 seconds. So when I held it down the first time, not just the iDrive on the main screen disappeared, but your whole dashboard disappeared also. So parang I thought I broke the car.
The brick.
Yeah, but
But at least it worked.
it works. It restarts. But that's the only way to get wireless CarPlay back, which is
That's also one thing I hate about the newer head units. Like in the Hyundais, this is very notorious. They have USB ports in the center console, but it doesn't support CarPlay. It's only for charging.
Yeah.
They have some cars even have like 2 USB-C ports for just for charging.
Yeah.
It's nice, it charges fast. But if you want to use CarPlay, you have to connect wirelessly. And it's fine if it's seamless. The problem is it disconnects out of the blue and it,
I prefer wired CarPlay.
yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
And there's lag with wireless.
Saka, not just that, but I kind of feel that since we're talking wireless chargers in cars are useless.
And they heat up your phone
Yes.
so
They're
bad.
they're just phone warmers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
And
I like the ones
Why
with
do-
the vents.
Why do
Yeah,
they keep
that
doing
kinda
it though?
helps.
Like Aito has vents.
Yeah, it has vents. China ones.
and it's hard to keep your phone aligned on the charging
Yeah.
the charging spot.
I barely use mine because the case brings it away from it enough just so that it heats up the phone. I get warnings and it just shuts off my CarPlay because it's wireless.
Actually, that troubles me. It blinks red sometimes in the cars, diba?
Yeah.
If you notice something on top but it's not charging, it keeps blinking red like it's looking for the phone. Like,
Yeah.
And I've never actually used one that I said, "Hey,
This
I like
actually
this for a
works."
charging pad." No,
The Aito,
never-
I've used it in the Aito.
I mean, it's fine.
quite
No,
good. Yeah.
and it has it has the vents. It
It's got-
doesn't heat up your phone.
It's got two chargers side by side.
Yeah.
So your passenger and you can put.
and both of them have vents.
and they have aircon.
They're angled, and then the vents are like slightly deeper than the actual charging pad. So there's space for airflow. So it's
Yeah.
actually
it's a
pretty
good system.
Nagets ko na. Peak technology is wired CarPlay. Anything beyond that, really,
It is though.
yun na yun.
It is
Yeah.
though.
car technology.
Yeah, wired CarPlay. Because CarPlay, I remember dati when you have a test unit, 5 minutes, searching for the phone,
Yeah, Bluetooth.
delete the other media, dami laman ng car, gano'n.
I mean, I would.
Delete other profiles.
Yeah.
But I recall when I was new in Top Gear, like 2019, sabi ni Sir Dinzo sa akin, like, if it doesn't have CarPlay, wag na yan. Parang that's your, if it doesn't have CarPlay, you don't like the car automatically.
It's
and
true,
now,
though.
I'm using cars that I used one recently na I couldn't connect CarPlay yata, or it doesn't have CarPlay, I don't even remember. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Even if I wasn't even using Waze.
You're one
I've
of
been
us
stuck
now.
though. Yeah.
So you don't like Tesla because Tesla doesn't have CarPlay.
Yeah. And at least though the built-in navigation is fine. But for the other cars, you have no option for navigation because the built-in navigation is crap.
So
More often than not.
We'll see.
we've been very negative right now.
Well,
I think it's
That's the point.
it's my lawn chair on the grass, get off my grass moment. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. Let's all go around and say what tech has changed your feeling about cars other than CarPlay.
CarPlay.
And other than CarPlay.
Android Auto.
But for me, honestly, it's the smart key.
Oh yeah.
Because it's such a hassle-free to just keep the key in your bag, in your pocket, just walk up to the car, put your hand in,
Yes.
press to start.
On that point, I like everything hands-free. Right, like when a car reaches a certain price category or feature set, you don't adjust anything. The wireless key fob, and then automatic headlights, automatic wipers, rain sensing wipers. You don't have to adjust anything. Just get in, ride, put into the drive. That's it. I think that for me is and CarPlay.
I like the automatic features except automatic wipers.
Really? I love
they're
automatic.
either too fast or too slow.
I like
just
them.
them.
It's the car I drove last week. I don't remember. The Patrol. I drove the Patrol. The automatic wipers. They wouldn't turn on when I need them to.
Sa akin, instead of spending on all these rotating screens, improve this technology.
Yeah,
keep,
basics.
keep spending on sensors for the rain, di ba?
Yeah, I mean,
And
Watch the rain.
and that's the play the Japanese are doing.
they are.
Yes, the Japanese are usually late to the party when it comes to these things, but
Toyota.
because they're looking at everyone's mistakes first
Yeah.
before they integrate it into their cars.
I mean, the Japanese are also not immune from gimmicks. I mean,
Oh yeah.
my Subaru greets me happy birthday.
Oh, wait. I drove the WRX recently. I tried registering the profile.
Yeah.
Kasi I figured every time I would get in the car, nag-iiba yung settings ng lahat.
Yeah, because someone's
Yeah, so I registered my profile, and after that first day, like, oh my God, this actually works.
But you only tried it as yourself. If you had if you had someone else drive,
Yeah.
they get in, it scans their face, boom.
But that's the thing. I kept driving as guest one.
Yeah.
And every time, naiinis na ako like 3 times in a day. Like, ganun, parang nag-iba yung seat position.
Yeah.
And then when I registered my face, okay, this works. So I could imagine when someone else uses it.
But I find it a bit too complicated. But I think the easiest solution is what Lexus and I think BMW do is that it's just locked to the key. So like Joyce can be
galing nun.
key 2, I can be key 1. If whoever is carrying their key goes near, that's the setup.
But how many keys do you get out of the dealership?
2 lang.
2.
Yeah. But it makes sense.
Okay, it makes sense.
Because the Subaru, I remember it got confused when I got a haircut. It got confused when I wore a jacket.
But if you lose weight, you gain weight.
I had to re-register my face siguro once every 3 months.
But why? When you get a haircut?
Haircut.
Why?
Because the scan is like,
Oh.
who are you?
What if you just register with
I can't relate.
like si Aaron tumatawa somewhere.
Talaga, your face changes?
Well, your facial hair, I would assume that
Yeah.
would affect ano.
Yeah, and
But
so-
going back to your question, I think for me, this might sound like a little off for some, but 360 cameras. Charles hates it. He doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
I've learned to appreciate them. Just not in our era where the 360 cam is in the rear view mirror. They updated it for the next one, the facelift. They put it in the infotainment
Which
system,
makes
which should be
bigger.
the case, diba? And you don't look there for your camera. Anyway, I've learned to appreciate them because I usually parallel park in my
Yeah,
village. Like it's fine. I'm used to parallel parking even with cars without sensors. But when I drove the patrol, it was big, and my house has a big tree by the garage, and that's something you wouldn't want to hit. And I appreciated really how much the 360 cameras are of big help, like front and rear sensors.
I
and
agree.
360 cameras.
Lalo na front cameras.
Yeah.
Because you don't want
Yeah,
your
front
bumper hitting sa malls,
Yeah.
the barriers.
Yeah.
Sometimes they scrape eh.
Ikaw, Anton, what's the one feature you felt na seemed like a gimmick at first, but now, medyo good? CarPlay.
Well,
Wala.
I wouldn't say
Other than
medyo
CarPlay.
good, but for me, really, it's stability control, the standardization of stability control in more cars.
That's so nerdy.
No, but
joke lang.
so
Continue,
Antony,
continue.
It
That's
is.
so Anton.
It's true though.
Yeah, because like maybe not you, but most of us here grew up with no ABS, no stability control, no
Yeah.
traction.
You just die.
No, wait, I know.
you die like real men.
At some point,
Sideways.
they removed ABS.
Sideways and into a tree.
They removed ABS and ESC sa brochure at some point. Because
it's commonplace, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because most countries do require.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. Like, yes, it is more complexity, it is more complication when it breaks, but it's active safety. Eh? I mean, there are times I'm still kind of 50-50 with advanced driver assists because sometimes they do phantom braking or sometimes they they trigger even if you don't want it to trigger. Like now going back to Subaru, we drove the Forester e-Boxer a couple weeks back, and it had an eye detection kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so driver monitoring. There you go. At dahil singkit ako, pag pumipikit ako ng konti, please keep your eyes on the road.
So racist.
Japanese. Sikit na lahat.
To be fair, I never got that. I never got that from
Eyes on the road.
I kept getting
Take a break,
okay,
take a
off
break.
camera. Charles, 'di ba? Gagana na ng konti. And then please keep your eyes on the road. It's like, what?
Although,
So every time he started the car, off.
no, but to be fair, the Subaru system is quite sensitive because I remember looking at the navigation a little bit, like more than a second. It'll alert, and it's loud. It's
Yeah.
a loud alert. So that's all the time we have for today. It was a contentious topic. I'm sure we'll probably do another episode about this sooner or later.
Chime in on the comments, please.
Yes, we don't hate tech. We just sometimes wish na some cars would focus, or some brands would focus a little bit more on the basics before going.
Exactly. Focus on the good things.
Oh.
Not gimmicks.
Let's not name the bouncing, jumping supercar. But why? But then again, also you have
Oh,
the
then why, no?
Benz bouncing also.
Yeah.
But that's sadya, right? Ito,
okay.
And
I know you said this is all the time
mentioned
we have.
German brands.
I mentioned a German brand. I'm so sorry.
Okay. The reason why the Benz bounces is
To
if
get
you're
out
on
of
loose
sand.
Yeah.
Ah.
Displaces the sand.
May kala ko pong IG Reels eh.
But you know what? Toyota made this
Okay, that's one. Explain why the G Wagon can rotate 360 degrees.
no reason at all.
Ayun.
Unless it's for road.
IG reels.
So there's Benz with the good tech. There's Benz with the what?
But yeah, so yeah, chime in the comments. Do you like all these new tech? Kasi like, syempre, it's, it's subjective naman.
Yeah.
Like some people like the karaoke system and the PYD.
Oh my god.
We're not even going to get into that anymore. But yeah, so thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.